We begin the game with knight to d2, the development of both the knights. Black have the pawn at the c file, which can be used to take the pawn, creating the clash towards the center. We play a4, some side moves attacking towards the b pawn, a5, and we'll take the b pawn. Black is attacking this b2 pawn, so we have to do something about it. And further, we decide to play queen to c2, defending this, attacking towards this long open diagonal. Finally, black plays bishop to b7, the main motive to attack this knight. This is our turn, and what we do is we'll begin with the move c4. We are attacking this queen. The knight and the queen both are supporting this pawn. This pawn, which is attacking the queen, is going to be quite aggressive also. The queen goes back to b6, and here we can either play d4, d5 to create some clash towards the center. Well, so over here we'll decide we play knight to b3. We are adding a defender to the pawn, and this is black to play. Let's see how black responds over here. So black having 4 minutes 2 seconds on the clock and thinks for a while. In this position, black have a lot of choices, especially in taking the pawn towards the center. He begins with taking the knight. We'll take back, and finally black takes it. We'll play the queen to e4. Black can take this knight, and we take the pawn at e4. We are attacking this pawn, further this bishop. So 3 minutes 40 seconds for black, and black is thinking over here. Black is already attacking this pawn, so he decides to play rook d8, defending this. We further begin with f4 for defending this pawn, and black's thinking for a while. Black plays d6. Here we begin with king x1, for we are making a way for the rook to come over here. He plays d5. We further take the pawn, and he takes back from the queen. We are forced to trade the queens. He takes it, and we offer another rook trade. Black's turn, and black decides to take it. We also take it back, thinking, and here comes rook to d8. Further, we decide to play rook to a1, attacking this pawn. Black plays the bishop b4, defending this pawn. We further bring out our king. King comes to g2, and in this position we begin with rook a2, defending this. He can begin with bishop c3. Okay, we play king f3. Further, we may bring king e3 and attack this. That's why he plays f6, and we play king e3, attacking this. So the rook may rush away. Okay, so we are taking this pawn, and he plays the king over here. We bring with the x4, for we can play f4. Okay, so king comes over here, and we play the king to f3. He brings the king to f5. We play king e3, f4 giving check. He can bring the king to f5 further this. We play king f3, creating an opposition, for we are not allowing black to come any of the squares. We'll decide to take the pawn, and further we take this pawn also. We bring the king to e4, for we are attacking this pawn. We will be trying to attack the pawn. And we play king t3, attacking this rook. Black's thinking for a while. 2 minutes 43 seconds. We bring the king to e4 once again. He brings the king f6, and we play king e3, e5. We play king e4, king e6, king e3. That's only the thing we can do. So we bring the rook to a1, allowing him to take this. We bring with rook d1 check. King comes over here. King e4. We decline the trade, and further black's turn. We bring king d3, attacking this rook. Black's turn. Black can bring rook over here. He plays rook f2. We play some checks on the board. Black takes the rook to f6, opening the trade. We will not accept this. Instead, we play rook x1, and he is thinking. He plays the king over here. We play the rook to a1, just not allowing him to push further. He plays e4 check. We play king e3. Rook can come, and further we are forced to play king e2. He plays king t4. We play rook d1 king check. Rook comes over here, and we decline the trade. Once again, Black's thinking for a while. He plays rook d2 check, and that's a completely lost position. So we resign the game. If you want, you can send me challenges. All the challenges are allowed. And if you are enjoying the live stream, then you will like the live stream. Okay, so here is the second game, and he begins with e4. We play the c6. That is the Caro-kann defense on the board. Here comes d4. We play d5, creating the clash towards the center. We'll take the pawn at e4 and further develop the knight. Knight comes to f6. We are attacking the knight. White takes the knight. We'll take back the knight. And further we develop the knight, bishop. Bishop comes to d6, scoping out his diagonal. Here comes bishop c4, and we castle, maintaining the king safety. White castles, further we bring out our bishop. Bishop comes to g4, and this is white's turn. White having 4 minutes 42 seconds on the clock. He plays x3, attacking the bishop. We'll eliminate this knight. Further, queen takes it, and we'll try to attack by b5. For we are attacking the bishop. Let's see what white plays over here. Okay, so white eliminate this. Oh, if we will eliminate, we will lose our rook. So that's the plan. So in this position, the best response can be queen p6. We are attacking the bishop. Bishop cannot take, otherwise we'll take back from the knight. So let's see what he responds. He can take this bishop back in any of the squares highlighted. He plays bishop a4. We'll eliminate this. He may also eliminate this. And further we eliminate this back from the knight. He eliminates back. We bring the rook over here, attacking this pawn. Let's see what he plays. And we may try making some plans like queen over here. Okay, bishop attacking. Alright. So we bring the queen to e5, threatening the mate in one, attacking the queen. So this means we can claim this as an easy win. Let's see what white responds. Maybe white can have some attack. So white can play f4. Further, I will take the bishop. King will move somewhere. Oh, that's not going to be better. So white has to do something about the queen and the checkmate, both at the same time. If it is not, then white will resign. He plays queen a4, and that's the mate. Queen x2, checkmate. So guys, if you want, you can send me challenges. All the challenges are allowed, and if you want to play against me, you can send me challenges. If you are enjoying the live stream, you may like the live stream. क्या So here we begin with c4. c4, we put a play d4. We are attacking towards the center. We play knight to c3, and further we play knight f3, e3 on the board. And this is black to play. Black's thinking for a while. Having 4 minutes 47 seconds on the clock. We decide to take the pawn at the center. Black takes the pawn at the center, and we play bishop e2. Black's turn, and we may try to attack the bishop by kicking it off. Playing a3, attacking the bishop. He plays knight c6, we play a3. We are attacking the bishop. Bishop takes, we'll take back, and further black plays bishop g4, attacking the knight. Now this is black's turn. Let's see how black responds. Black takes the knight back to e7 and we further take the knight to e5. Knight at the center attacking the bishop. The bishop takes, we'll further take back and he plays c6. We played c4, we are attacking towards the center. Once again, this is black's turn. Let's see how black responds. Black plays the knight to g6. Further, if we decide to take, he will take back. So that's not going to be an basic sense. We play f4, we are further trying to create some attack. Adding the defender towards the center. If he will take, we will take back from this pawn, creating an open file for the rook, and that is going to be quite dangerous also. Let's see what he plays over here. Black's turn, and black is thinking over here. Let's see how black responds. Black plays the knight e4, and over here we decide to take the pawn at d5, means taking the pawn at the center. He decides to play c5. Okay, so c5 was the response. If we decide to take, he may take back from the knight, and we also have to do about this pawn. We have to do something about this pawn also. First of all, we bring the queen to d3. We are attacking the knight. So knight safety is important. Well, the knight is going to be okay. He decides to take this. So over here, in this position, we decide to take the knight. He may take back from this pawn, f pawn, creating an open file for the rook. That is possible. Okay, he takes back. We play f5. The main intention is to play rook over here and apply some pressure over the knight. Let's see what he responds. Black to play, and black is thinking over here. In this position, black can also try c4 attacking the queen. And okay, he decided to take it. First of all, we bring the rook to f4. We are trying to apply pressure towards the knight. Already the pawn is defending it. We can try playing g4 for disrupting the position and take the knight. Any of them. 3 minutes 20 seconds on the clock for black, and black is thinking for the response. In this position, our bishop is already not at all developed, so we have to do something about the bishop also. Let's see what black responds over here. Black is thinking for the while, and over here black can be aggressive by playing g5. g5 will be attacking the rook. He can be aggressive like this, but it will create a problem for black, because I will try to develop the bishop over here. Okay, so he begins with g5. First of all, we have to bring the rook. If we try rook f3, if we push the pawn forward, we will bring the rook back over here. And also it is a disadvantage of black, because we can bring the bishop over here, take the pawn, and have an open diagonal attacking towards the king. So let's see, if black plays carefully, then black can win the game. Black's turn, and black is having 2 minutes 22 seconds on the clock and is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds in this position. If you are enjoying the live stream, then I request you all to like the live stream. And if you want to play against me, you can send me the challenges in the chess.com ID that have been highlighted. Well, let's see what he responds over here. This is the ID, Talking Shop Chess Official. He placed the rook to d8. First of all, we begin with bishop b2. And then we will try to remove the queen, capture the pawn, and have an open diagonal for this. Because that will already create a disadvantage for black. Black plays c4. So over here we bring the queen to e2. Queen comes to e2. He plays b5 irrespective of playing c3. So we play rook to c1. We are not allowing black to push the pawn forward, attack my bishop. Now he plays a5. The main intention to play this and further attack my pawn. That can be possible. In this position, we decide to play the rook x3. We can bring the queen over here and can attack this. Yes, let's see what black responds. Black can have a very nice solution in this position, playing queen to f7, defending pawn and not allowing this. Rook comes over here, and in this position we decide to play the queen to h5. So we are trying to threaten the mate, but rook comes to g7, adding the defender to this pawn and this pawn, both at the same time. Over here, we decide to bring the queen back because the queen is not playing an active role, and move g4 can be quite useful. So queen comes to f4, and hereby black captures the rook. We play g3. He may begin with the knight sacrifice, because if knight will give the sacrifice, then the checkmate will come. And at the same time, black to play. Black can even begin with the rook sacrifice, but first of knight. Knight takes, threatening the mate into one. So these are all the quite aggressive options black have. Black is having 46 seconds. Maybe we can take advantage of time. He plays rook g4. He is not aware of this threat. We play queen f3, for we are not allowing this threat. If he will take, we will take the queen. Knight comes over here and that's the free queen. So black's turn. Black may bring the king over here or rook over here, any of the options. 30 seconds on the clock for black, and black is thinking over here. Let's see how black responds in this position. So black brings the king to h8, and over here we'll decide to bring the bishop c3, attacking knight and the pawn both at the same time. So he is thinking for a while. He plays knight e4, knight at the center. We'll eliminate the pawn, and further black's turn. Black's having 15 seconds on the clock and is on the way to lose on time. So he begins with the knight sacrifice. If I take this, rook takes, and we bring the king to f2, attacking the rook. Well, over here, we begin with king f1. Let's see what he plays. He may begin with doubling up of rooks. Well, black loses on time. Guys, if you have any challenges, you can send me the challenges in the ID that have been highlighted. So here comes another challenge. We are playing as black pieces, where white responds with e4. We begin with Caro-kann defense, c6. This Caro-kann defense is also very aggressive because we are not allowing, at the first time we are not attacking towards the center, but later on after we move we start attacking towards the center. Like we begin with knight f6, knight comes to g5, the alien gambit, as many of you are aware of. Well, so over here we begin with bishop f5. Let's see what he plays. He begins with knight to f3. We play h6, attacking the knight. The knight sacrifice on the board, and we decide to take it. Let's see what he plays. Now many of you are going to think for this threat, but in this position I guess he is not going to begin with bishop c4. Otherwise he begins with knight e5 check. We bring the king back, and over here we play e6. If queen comes over here, queen cannot come, right? So we play e6, eliminating all the threats possible, and further we may try to develop some pieces. We play bishop d6, attacking the knight, removing all the threats. Well, so white's turn, and white is thinking, having 4 minutes 16 seconds on the clock. He plays f4. We decide to eliminate the knight, and further white takes back. We bring the knight at the center, knight to d5. Knight at the center is also very aggressive because it controls 8 squares, like that have been highlighted. It is controlling these 8 squares. That's why knight at the center is very aggressive. We'll take the rook, and further he begins with queen check. We begin with king e7, and further we have removed our castling ability. Queen takes on f5. We begin with queen f8, offering the queen trade, but in this position already white is having a minor piece down, so he is not going to exchange the queens, or maybe he can exchange the queens. That's his choice. In this position, we can consider playing queen e4. Queen comes to e4 towards the center, and we decide to we'll play the knight out to t7. For if black will take it, then we'll okay. So here we play b5. We are attacking this, and he begins with check. We'll eliminate the bishop. Let's see what he plays. He should have taken this knight, and then he could have tried the threat. He takes queen takes c6, then it can be taken by the knight. And let's see what he plays. He resigns the game. So if you have any challenges, you can send me challenges. Here comes e4. We respond with c6, the Caro-kann defense. As many of you know, we begin with d5, attacking towards the center. White takes, we'll take back, and further he plays knight c3. We play knight f6. Knight comes to f6, and we begin with bishop to g4, pinning the knight. Here comes queen d3. We play knight to c6. Let's see what white responds with. White is thinking. White plays knight to e5, and over here we'll begin with bishop back to t7. For we can try knight over here and can attack this. He takes it. We take back from the queen, and he plays bishop e2. We play e6 for development of bishop coming in the next move. We play bishop d6, and white is thinking over here. Further, we decide to castle, maintain the king safety. Bishop comes to e7, and we play x6, eliminating the bishop. So bishop goes back. We play the knight to x7 for opening the trade of bishops. Let's see what he does. He can take the bishop back or can try to eliminate. He takes the bishop back. We play bishop d6 for we are offering the trade once again. And this is white's turn. White to play. White is thinking over here. Well, we will also take it. Now here white's turn. White is going to think for some tactics. White may begin with knight over here. White plays knight to b5, and further we begin with queen d7. So let's see what white plays over here. White plays c4, and over here we'll decide to take the pawn. Let's see what white decides. White will also take back. White takes back, and further we begin with rook. Okay, we play rook b8 for we are adding the defender to this. We play a6 on the board. The knight will go back, and we may try playing this. Let's see what he plays. Okay, we play b5. We are attacking the queen, so queen may make its way back, or maybe queen. Okay, queen comes to b3. We'll eliminate this. We are attacking the queen. So white's turn. White is thinking over here. Let's see what white responds with. 3 minutes 40 seconds on the clock. Queen comes to d1, and over here we begin with the knight to g5. Knight comes towards the g5, and let's see what white responds. White is having 3 minutes 35 seconds on the clock. Knight comes to e4. We'll eliminate this. Further, bishop takes it, and we play e5, defending the knight. So this is white to play. Let's see how white responds in this position. Well, over here white is having 3 minutes 24 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking over here. Let's see how he responds in this position. White plays rook to c1, and further we play f5. We are attacking the bishop. Bishop may go back. Let's see where the bishop goes. The bishop is under attack. Bishop comes to c6, and we cannot take, otherwise we will lose our queen. So bishop to c6 was a very nice response. In this position, we will play queen to a7, secretly attacking the f2 pawn. We will try to make some plan to attack this pawn. Well, let's see what he responds with. He plays rook takes on it, and we take this, attacking the rook. So white does not takes. Okay. We play king to h8 and the knight is hanging, so knight can be taken. He takes the knight and further we play rook b to c8 and now I guess queen has to give up the white has to give up the queen. So let's see. Yeah, white decides to give up the queen and this game is 2 rook versus 1 queen. So let's see what he plays over here. 2 minutes 50 seconds on the clock. Now in this position, if you are playing as white, what you can do is you can try to create a rook connection, because rook connection is very important. Here queen comes to t7 attacking the rooks, threatening the maiden one. So now white has to lose the game or either the rook, any of one rook, and he can begin with rook over there defending the checkmate. Okay, rook comes to here, but the checkmate is not prevented. Queen comes to d1 and that's the mate. So guys, if you have any challenges, you can send me it now. All the challenges are allowed. So here we begin with the another game. We play d4, beginning with the queen's pawn opening, and we begin with c4. Further, knight comes to c3. We play e4 on the board. Black thinking for the while. Let's see how black responds. Black takes the bishop b4. We play f3. We are adding the defender to this. Knight comes to f6. We play the knight to e2. And let's see what black responds over here. Black is thinking for the response, and let's see how black responds. Black decides to castle. We play a3. We are attacking this bishop. So yeah, black takes the bishop back, and further we play b4. Now over here we may try developing the bishop, the queen, and this bishop is already not developed, so we have to make some plan. Okay, now over here in this position, this is already under attack. Now we can push the pawn. If we push it, he will take it, and we can take back. So we play d5 on the board. Black's turn, and black is thinking over here. Let's see how black responds in this. Black decides to take the pawn, and over here we'll also decide to take this back. Now this is black's turn, and black is thinking over here. Now he decides to take the pawn. We'll decide to take this back. Further we develop the bishop, adding the defender to this. Here is white's turn, and let's see how white responds. 4 minutes 18 seconds on the clock for black, and black is thinking over here. In this position, this bishop is already not developed, so he can try to make some plan for, okay, he plays d6, for my pawn cannot be pushed forward. Over here we play knight to e knight to d4, knight at the center. We develop the bishop castle, and then we are going, okay, we develop the bishop e2. We are making plan to castle, and let's see what he plays over here. Black's turn, and black is thinking over here. 3 minutes 52 seconds on the clock for black, and let's see how black responds. Black plays the queen to e7. We further decide to castle, and this is black to play. Let's see how black responds over here. So black is having 3 minutes 44 seconds on the clock. Let's see what he responds with. We are having 3 defenders to the bishop. The queen, this knight, and this knight. All of them are defending this bishop. Well, the knight comes to d7, and over here we play rook to e1. We have added another defender to this, and we can try bringing the knight over here, disrupting the position of queen. Let's see what he plays over here. Black's turn. 3 minutes 25 seconds on the clock for black, and let's see how black responds with. The bishop at b7, which is looking quite alert, but it is not actually, because there are 3 pawns disrupting this position. So let's see what he plays over here. He can try bringing the bishop over here, attacking the pawn, and that is going to be a very nice move. Bishop over here, he can take this, because I will take, then he may begin with the queen sacrifice, and I will also be forced to take the queen. Further, I will also lose the queen, so this will be easy position for black. Let's see what he plays. His knight is already not developed, so he can bring the knight back over here and can play knight over here, or maybe he can bring knight over here for controlling some squares. Let's see what he responds over here. 2 minutes 32 seconds on the clock for black, and black is thinking for a while. My plan is playing bishop a6, because after bishop a6, if I play any irregular move like queen c2, he will eliminate this pawn. Further, if I eliminate this, then that's going to be very aggressive for black, because black is going to win easily. Let's see what he plays over here. 2 minutes 8 seconds on the clock. He plays knight to c5, and further he is making a way to develop some pieces. We played a knight f5, and this is further attacking towards the black queen. Let's see what he plays over here. And he plays queen to f6. Okay, queen f6. We play the knight to e4. The knight is attacking and the bishop is attacking, so he can take this. He takes. We play rook b1, attacking this. Let's see what he responds. And this is white to play. I mean black to play. Black is thinking over here. So he decides to eliminate the rook. Okay, we'll also take it. Now he may take my rook. Let's see what he does after this. Yes, you can send me the challenges. All is okay. So we'll eliminate this. You can send me the challenges. Just send me the challenge to my ID that have been highlighted. This the King's of Chess official. Send me the challenge to this. Well, we'll take this, and black to play. Black decides to take it from the rook. We play queen g3, secretly threatening the mate in 1. So we can guess that he can play g6, means he will, okay, he plays g6 only. We'll take the knight, we play knight takes d6, the rook and the bishop both are under attack. So let's see what he responds over here. This is black to play, and black is thinking over here. Black is having 1 minute 8 seconds on the clock. He plays bishop a6, and further he loses the rook. So let's see what he plays. 1 minute 4 seconds on the clock. Guys, if you have any challenges, you can send me challenges. He plays knight over here. We play the queen to c7, attacking this knight. Let's see what he plays over here. Black plays knight c5. We can take it. Okay, we decide to take it, because we are already having a better position. So it is decide to trade off the piece. Let's see what he does. 50 seconds on the clock for black. Only 50 seconds. Now 45 seconds left. Let's see what he does over here. We have 2 pawns that can be further promoted, and we have to be careful for this pawn. Look, he placed the bishop over here for making some way. Well, we begin with d6 on the board. Let's see what he does over here. 30 seconds on the clock for black, and black is thinking over here. Let's see how black responds in this position. So 20 seconds on the clock for black, and black is still thinking over here. He plays a5, and now we have to do something about the pawn. This, 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 and no. So first of all, we bring the queen to a3. We are not allowing him to push further. Yeah, and now we will bring the bishop over here for the attack this. Because eliminating this pawn is very important. We play bishop c2. Let's see what he does. 13 seconds on the clock. We play c5. If rook will take it, let's see what happens. If rook takes, then we can eliminate this. Okay. So we decide to take this. Now rook check coming. Yeah, and we bring king f2. 6 seconds on the clock for black, and black is already losing on time. So okay, rook comes over here. We begin with some checks. Okay, and over here we decide to play bishop b3. If he will take it, then I can push it further, and further we are going to promote to a new queen. So black loses on time. Now any challenges? If you have any challenges, you can send me challenges now. Alright, so So any challenges? Alright, so over here we are beginning with the new game. Hmm. Alright, so guys, any challenges? We begin with e4. Hmm. So over here we begin with the game. Oh. Hmm. So here we begin with black pieces. We play knight f6, and this is the London system. We begin with bishop g4. We are attacking the knight, and we further eliminate this. He take back from the queen. We play knight b to d7. Development of knights. Let's see what he plays. We begin with c6, attacking this, and we play b5. Further a5, threatening the bishop trap. We play a4, attacking the bishop. Bishop goes back, and further we begin with e6. We develop the bishop at e7, and further we are preparing to castle. That's the main plan. So here we begin with castling, because castling is important for king's safety. Let's see what he does over here. White's turn, and white is thinking. White plays the queen to x3, and further over here we begin with the move g6 for not having this kind of trap. He can begin with bishop over here, attacking the rook. We play rook e8, further we may bring the bishop to f8. Let's see what he does. He takes it, and we take back from the knight, means creating a double defender to this pawn. Let's see what he does over here. White's turn. White is having 4 minutes 40 seconds on the clock. He plays rook f2 e1, and we further decide to play queen to b6. This is white's turn. White plays the knight to e5, and over here we'll decide to play queen c7. Let's see what he does over here. He plays e4, means counter attacking towards the center. We'll not take the pawn, instead we allow him to take the pawn. Let's see what he does. If he takes, we can take back from this pawn. Can't give you. Actually, I'm not receiving any challenges. Well, we take the pawn at the center. White's turn, and white is having 3 minutes 14 seconds on the clock. There are no challenges. No challenges. Alright. We begin with the move x5 on the board, and this is white to play. Let's see what white responds in this position. So white is thinking for a while. So over here comes the move rook a to e1. We'll decide to play king to g7, and this is white's turn. White is thinking over here. 3 minutes 34 seconds on the clock for white, and let's see how white responds in this position. What we can do is we can try pushing the pawn at b4, and we can further attack this. Rook comes over here and we play b4. If he takes, then we can take this. That's the plan. Now he cannot sacrifice the queen like that, because we can take back from the knight. Well, he began with knight sacrifice, and we take this. Rook, rook takes. We begin with king f7. Queen takes. Queen can take and can create this trap. So let's see what he does. Oh, queen cannot even take it. Yeah. So maybe here he can play queen to f3 and can attack the knight. Let's see what he plays over here. White's turn. So white is thinking. We are also giving threat to the bishop by we can try b3 and can attack the bishop. Queen comes over here. We play b3. Let's see what it does. We are trying to disrupt the position of bishop so that we can take this rook. Well, he plays bishop d3 and we decide to take the pawn at a2. White's turn. White is thinking over here. Let's see how white responds in this position. 2 minutes 20 seconds on the clock for white, and white is thinking over here. Let's see what it does over here. He plays rook to a1. We play rook g8. We are also offering the rook trade over here. Let's see what this is white's turn. 2 minutes contested. 2 minutes on the clock for white. We are attacking the rook, so rook can go back over here, or maybe rook can trade it. He play bishop b5, means that is the free rook, and he forget about this. Well, so let's see what he does over here. He decides to eliminate this. We also decide to eliminate the bishop, and he plays rook takes a2. Further, we play queen b5. Let's see what he does over here. White's turn. 1 minute 45 seconds on the clock, and finally white resigns the game. So guys, if you have any challenges, you can send the challenges now. Alright, so here comes another challenge. We play d4. Further, he begins with d5. We play c4 on the post. That's the queen's gambit, as many of you are aware of. We begin with e3. Let's see what he does over here. If he plays b5, then we can also play a4, and that's going to be very aggressive. He plays knight f6. We begin with knight c3. We decide to take the pawn, and further we develop the knight at f3. We bring the queen out, for we are not allowing the bishop to come over here, because he will lose the pawn. We begin with castling. Castling is important for king safety. And now this is black's turn. Black is thinking over here. Let's see how black responds over here. So black plays the move a6. We play a4, for we are not allowing this threat like b5. So let's see what he does over here. Oh, he begins with knight c6. We play a5. If b5, we can begin with end percent. And many of you don't like end percent. Well, we begin with a5. Black decides to bring the knight to e7, means taking the knight back. We begin with knight e5, knight at the center, and this is black to play. Black is thinking over here, having 4 minutes 10 seconds on the clock. Let's see how black responds. Black takes the knight to c6, means he is expecting us to take the knight, and we decide to take it. Further, we bring the queen over here. We are attacking the pawn that is being highlighted. He can bring the bishop over here, any of the possible consequences. Let's see what he does over here. He can begin with, he plays queen d6, and further we begin with the move b4, because if we try playing, so first of all we eliminate the knight at the center. He decides to eliminate this. We play the bishop d3, and now let's see what he does over here. Black's turn, and black is thinking over here. Let's see how black responds in this position. So black plays bishop d7, and we bring the queen to c2. Let's see what he does over here. Queen comes to c2. Now black's turn. 3 minutes 40 seconds on the clock for black. So here comes rook f to c8. We bring the bishop b2 and let's see what it does. Queen takes on p4 was the response. We play the bishop c3. We are also attacking the queen. So black takes the queen to d6. We'll play f4 for we are removing all the threats like this from this diagonal. We play f4 for that. He plays c5 and we bring the queen to p2. If he takes, we can also take back. Let's see what it does over here. So black's turn and black is thinking for a while. Let's see what he does over here. He brings c4 and we bring the bishop back to e2. Let's see what he does over here. So rook to b8 and we bring queen to t2. For we can bring our bishop over here and can attack the queen. So guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, you can like the live stream, and if you want to play against me, you can send me challenges. All the challenges are allowed. Alright, so here it is. Black's turn. Black is thinking over here. 2 minutes 57 seconds on the clock. Let's see what he does. Alright, so rook comes to p7 and we play bishop f3. Let's see what he does over here. Okay, so here comes rook to p8. We play rook a to p1. And that was not at all acceptable. We take it, and further we also, let's see what it does. Okay, so we play king f2. Let's see what it does. I hate chess.com. Okay, so black's turn, and black is thinking over here. He plays rook over there, and we play bishop to t1. Let's see what it does. And that's the only thing we can do, because we are already having a losing position. We bring bishop b4. We are attacking this queen. We are attacking this queen. Let's see what it does over here. Alright, yes, I accept that was a blunder, and okay, so let's see what it does over here. He placed the queen over there, and we begin with bishop to f3. Let's see what it does over here. Queen x4 check. We bring the king back. We are defending the pawn. So let's see what it does over here. Alright, so here comes g5. We begin with g3. We are attacking this, and queen goes back. We'll take this. Okay, we take this. Let's see what it does over here. So we bring with bishop to d6, and this is black to play. Let's see how black responds in this position. We begin with bishop d6. We are attacking this. Let's see what it does over here. So over here, this is his turn, and he decides to play. Alright, he begins with rook over there. We play bishop back to f4. We are attacking this queen. Queen comes over here, and we play. We bring the queen to c3. We are not allowing this pawn to be pushed further. That's better. Let's see what he does over here. So he's thinking for a while. Queen comes to d3, and I guess I'm losing the game. So let's resign the game. Guys, if you have any challenges, you can send me challenges now. Any challenges? Okay, so here comes d4, and this is our turn. So we decide to play knight to f6. Knight f6, many of you play that. And that's knight f6 is also a very nice response. Well, so over here we play e6. This is a Trompowski attack, I guess. Okay, let's see what it does. We bring the bishop e2, bishop e7, bishop e7, and further we castle, maintain the king safety. So he plays e3, we play d5 on the board. We play c5, and we are attacking the center. So further we decide to take this. White's turn. White takes back. We bring the queen out, attacking the pawn at the p2 pawn. I mean, p2 pawn is under attack. He plays the queen over here. We play e5. He can take this, and we have to worry about this because I made a mistake. No. After this, I bring the knight over here. Right? So this means bishop can go back. Yeah, that's possible. Okay, he takes it. Okay, he have taken this. We are giving check. King comes over here, knight comes over here, and that's game over. So king come over here. Makes sense. So let's see what we can do over here. First, let white play over here. Let's see what white plays. The best move in this position is king over here. Yeah, king to d2. And now we have to make plan. We play. We are having the free bishop. We can bring out the bishop attacking the queen. I cannot understand what to do. We play queen e3 check. King goes to. Let's see where the king goes. King can come. Okay, king comes to e1. And further, we play queen f2 check. Expecting the king to go over here. No. So let's bring out the bishop. Attacking the queen. And now this queen is under attack. Let's see what it does over here. So white is thinking over here. Alright, white's turn, and white is thinking for a while, having 3 minutes 35 seconds on the clock. Let's see how white responds in this position. 3 minutes 28 seconds on the clock for white, and white is thinking over here. White plays the queen t1. Now any plans? We can do. We can play queen. Now once again, if I play queen over here, king can go there. Then what can I do over here? We have to make some plan for that also. We bring queen over here, king goes back, and then okay. Alright, let's try this. Queen e3 check, king goes back, or maybe something else. Let's see what he does. His turn, and he's thinking for a while. King can go back over there. Let's see. The this bishop is already attacking the rook, so we may try playing rook e8, and he can play bishop over there. Alright, so first of all, let's defend the rook from attacking. The bishop will defend itself, and then we will begin with some checks and eliminate the bishop. And that's going to be an easy way. Alright, so doing so many times. Repeating the moves is a draw, I guess. Queen f2 check. King comes over here, and we first eliminate the bishop. Earlier this bishop was attacking my rook. That's why first I decided to save my rook, and then I decided to take advantage. And now it is his turn. He plays queen f1, offering a queen trade. Okay. So of course in this position we are not going to accept this. Instead we play queen e4. Let's see what he responds with this. It is his turn. So let's see what he does over here. He is thinking for a while, having 2 minutes 17 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds in this position. Okay, so he plays knight d4. We can play queen check. Okay, now queen over here check. King may come. King can go. King is forced to go there. So we cannot bring this queen, right? So first we try queen e3 giving check. Let's see, the knight is supporting it. King is under check. The bishop is already controlling these two squares. King is forced to go to d1. We can play knight is check. King cannot move it. Yeah, so king cannot move anywhere. This means we are easily winning the queen. And that's going to be an easy win. Let's see what he does. He may resign the game or may continue playing. Okay, he plays knight d2. We play bishop g4, giving check. White's turn and white is thinking over here. Let's see how white responds in this position. So king comes to c1 and we develop the knight to c6. We are attacking this. Let's see what he does over here. 1 minute 34 seconds on the clock for white, and white is thinking over here. He plays rook over there and we take the pawn. We take the pawn. We are attacking this pawn also, but no, we have to be careful for that. First of all, we play bishop e2, attacking the rook. Let's see what it does over here. So he plays rook to e1. We play queen f2. The rook under attack, already defended by the knight that is visible. Let's see what he does over here. So he plays knight b3. We play bishop d3. We will take this, further take this. That's the plan. Let's see what he does over here. So white's turn. White is having 1 minute on the clock and is thinking. He plays knight b2 d4. We decide to eliminate this knight. Let's see what white plays. White takes back. We eliminate this. And then, oh yes, we missed a checkmate in one. Wow. Alright, so bishop comes there. Once again, threatening the mate. I missed a checkmate in one. Oh, thank God. Alright. So guys, if you have any challenges, you can send me challenges now. Okay, so here comes another challenge. We begin with French defense on the board. Let's see, he plays knight f3, we play d5, and white's turn, white plays e5, we play c5. Further, we take the pawn over there. Knight takes back, we play knight c6, attacking this and this, both at the same time. He plays the bishop to b5, we play queen a5 check. We bring out the bishop, means we are just keeping pressure. So here we play bishop to d7. We are also adding the defender to the knight. Let's see what he does over here. He plays a3, we eliminate this. He eliminates, yeah, and we bring the queen back to b6. The knight at the center is already being, okay, so he takes this and we further eliminate this back from the pawn. We can also try playing c5, further attacking the knight. Okay, we play c5, attacking the knight. The knight is already under attack, so knight safety is important. He can bring the knight back. He plays knight back to f3, we play d4, attacking the bishop. At the same time, we can bring our bishop over here and can have an open diagonal. Alright, in this position, we begin with bishop c6. And now white to play. Rook comes to b1. We play knight e7. White's turn. 4 minutes 13 seconds on the clock for white. Let's see what he does over here. Alright, 4 minutes 5 seconds on the clock. And he is thinking for the while. 4 minutes on the clock. He plays c3. We decide to take the pawn. Let's see what he does. He can also take back. Okay. We play knight d5. We are attacking the bishop. So let's see. Knight at the center is also very aggressive. That's why. Knight to d5. And let's see what he responds in this position. He is thinking for a while. 3 minutes 41 seconds on the clock. And he is thinking for a while. He plays rook e1. We decide to castle, maintaining the king's safety. Let's see what he does over here. 3 minutes 32 seconds, 3 minutes 30 seconds on the clock, and he is thinking for a while. He plays queen to d2, and we play the rook over here. Now you can understand this kind of threat, right? We are attacking this. We can bring this knight over. Okay. Bishop a5 attacking this. Very nice move. I'm impressed, but not very much. Queen b7 once again. Bishop will take the rook, and we also take back. Let's see what he does now. So white's turn. White plays queen e2, and we bring the knight over here. We are attacking the queen. The queen can come to e3 or f1. Any of the positions are possible. He plays the queen to e3, and over here we begin with. Okay, so we decide to take the pawn at g2 from the knight. White takes back, and we also queen can take it. And further my plans are filled. Alright, so I resign the game. Guys, if you have any challenges, you can send me challenges now. All the challenges are allowed. Okay, so alright, so here we are playing as white pieces. We begin with d4, and further c4 we play knight c3. Let's see what it does over here. We play e4 on the board. He begins with knight over here. We play f3, attacking this. We bring the bishop out over here. We bring the knight to e2. 4 minutes 50 seconds on the clock for black, and black is thinking over here. Let's see what. Okay, he brings the queen to e7. We play a3. We are attacking the bishop. So bishop may eliminate the knight, and we are removing the trade. Yeah. Now both of our bishops are developed. We can try developing this bishop first, because castling is important. Further, we castle maintaining the king's safety, and then we play bishop g5. We can play x5. Okay, he plays x4. And further, we decide to eliminate the knight. Let's see what it does over here. Okay, he plays. We play g4. If we to end person, we can also take back from this pawn. Yeah, and we take from this. Queen comes over here. Queen comes over here, and that's almost game over. King f2. The only way to become safer. Queen takes this, and we play king e3. He take it. We play this, attacking the pawn. So queen can go over here, here. In any of the three positions, he plays queen x4. We take the pawn. Okay, so he missed the threat. Let's see what he does now. Queen g5 check. We play king d3. He can play rook over here. He plays e5. We will not accept, because the bishop is now closed, and that's an advantage for us. Now let's see. He can bring the rook over here and can put pressure towards the bishop. Yeah, and that's what he does. We play b4. We are attacking this knight. So let's take the knight back, or maybe something else. His turn. Let's see what black decides to play. Black is thinking over here, and let's see how black responds in this position. So he plays the knight d7, and we bring the king to b3. That was the main motive. Now the bishop is, what we say, this pin is already being removed. Let's see what it does over here. 3 minutes 34 seconds on the clock. Let's see what it does over here. And black is thinking for a while. 3 minutes 25 seconds on the clock for white, for black. He plays a5. If he will take, I will take back, and the rook will be open. So that's our advantage only. We play knight b5. For maybe we can try for some nasty poke. We decide to take this back. Rook is having an open file. Let's see what it does now. This is black's turn. 3 minutes 8 seconds on the clock. He plays queen e3 check. We oh shit. Rook can come over here. Then we can play queen over here. Depending this. But still that's going to be quite aggressive. Because my bishop is not at all dependent. He takes it, and if I play this, this, this. So king to a4 is only the best option. Rook comes over here, then knight eliminates this. So that's why king a4. Although the king a4 block my rook, block the rook over here. Knight comes, bishop comes to e6, and we decide to play queen a2. If he will take, I will take back, and further the mate. That's the mate plan. Let's see what he does over here. He is thinking for a while. Let's see how he responds with this. He takes it. We decide to take this back, and this is black to play. 2 minutes 32 seconds on the clock for black, and he is thinking for a while. We are threatening. We are not threatening the mate. No, we can sacrifice this. If he will take, then we can give the queen over here, and that's the mate. So knight comes over here. Okay, that's why. So first of all, we play queen over here, and that's the mate. Yeah. Okay, now let's see what it does. Rook comes to d7. Rook comes to f8 check. We eliminate this. He will eliminate. We will lose. Okay, we take the knight. King over here. And now we have to look for our threats. No threats coming, so we play rook over here. Now let's see what it does. So rook comes to a7, and this is black to play. 1 minute 52 seconds on the clock for black, and he is thinking for a while. He plays king e7. We eliminate this from the rook. King comes over here. We play queen f8 check. King comes over there. We also begin with some checks. So king g7 check. Rook g7 check, and king comes over here, and that's the mate. So guys, if you have any challenges, you can send me challenges. Alright, any challenges, guys? Okay, so here we are playing as white pieces. We begin with knight f3, the ready opening, as many of you know. We play d4, c4 on the board. Okay, so knight comes to f6. We play knight c3, and let's see what black plays. So here, black plays the bishop out. We play the bishop out to f4. Let's see what he does. He decides to take it. We also take it back, and black's turn. Black decides to play e6. We also take this back. Let's see what black plays. Black takes it. We eliminate this. He will take back. Okay, he take back from the queen, and that's why we eliminate this pawn. Now he can also take the pawn at the center, right? Let's see what it does. Bishop comes over here, check, and that has created a vulnerable position for me. Highly vulnerable. Now I guess no more threats. Bishop can go over there. There are a lot of threats. King comes over. Okay, so king e2. We are adding the defender to the queen. Okay, queen over here. Come on, trade out the queens and remove these threats. The position got so worst. King e3. I hope so. Knight goes somewhere else, or maybe trade. Knight comes to f5 check. King can't come only to e2, so we are forced to play this. And finally, he decides to trade. We also take it back. Black is thinking for a while, having 3 minutes 50 seconds. Okay, so we decide to bring the bishop to e2, and this is black to play. Black decides to play rook to c8. We play the move bishop f4 and let's see what black responds. Black takes the rook to t8, king check, we play king e4 and that's the mate. No, that's not the mate. Oh. No, that's the mate. Rook comes over here, check, king comes over there and bishop over here, mate. Okay. But let's see if yeah, black found this. Alright, okay. Guys, if you have any challenges, you can send me challenges now. e4 on the board, we play e6. White's turn. 4 minutes 55 seconds on the clock. Okay, the French defense on the board and the most important replies are playing d4 or knight out. Or maybe knight to c3. Any of them. These are the three main replies. Okay, so here comes the reply c3. We play c5. It is similar to Alapin Sicilian defense. Sicilian defense variation. Okay, we play t5, attack towards the center that you all can see. White's turn. Let's see how white responds in this position. Okay, he plays e5, we play knight to c6, and let's see what he does. He plays bishop e2, we decide to play queen c7. This is once again 4 minutes 13 seconds. Bishop b5, we develop the bishop, removing the pins. And he can also play d4 and can attack towards the center. He decides to castle, maintaining the king's safety. We'll take the pawn. He can take, we'll take, and oh, bishop can take. I will be forced to take from the king. Means I'm going to lose the castling ability. Alright. So 3 minutes 59 seconds on the clock for white. And let's see how white responds in this position. We can start pushing these 3 pawns forward, creating a pawn storm. And I hope many of you are aware of pawn storm. Well, 3 minutes 55 seconds on the clock. We play king c7 for his safety. If queen comes over here, we can play b6 and that's okay. Knight comes to a3 for this. That is visible. Well, we play a6 for this cannot come. Okay, now let's see what it does over here. He plays d4. We decide to take it. He takes back. Or if queen takes back. I hope so. Queen take. No. Okay. So let's take it. White take it. Come on first. I hope so. Okay. White takes it. We play x4. And now we are already having a queen down position. We'll play the bishop out. No. We first bring out our knight. He plays queen e5 check, bishop d6. Let's see what he does now. He plays this, we play knight over there. Now, bishop trap. My queen is gone over here. Knight comes to g4, we play f5 defending the knight. White's turn, white is thinking, white plays c4, we decide to eliminate the pawn. Let's see how he responds. He takes this back. We play g5, but first he eliminates the bishop. We eliminate this. He brings with some checks. He takes this pawn, giving check. I guess. Queen takes some pawn, giving check. Okay. Okay, so I reject the game. Alright guys, if you have any challenges, you can send me challenges now. All the challenges are allowed. So here comes another challenge. We begin with d4. Black's turn, 4 minutes 56 seconds. We bring the bishop out to f4. And further we begin with e3. We begin with c3 on the board. Further we bring out our bishop to b5. And then this knight also. We bring this knight out. Further the queen. No, first we eliminate this, and then we bring out our queen. Then we are having plan like knight over here, putting extreme pressure towards black position. We eliminate this, he eliminate back, we eliminate this, he eliminate back, we play knight over here, attacking the bishop, this at the same time. Now let's see what black plays over here. Black is having 4 minutes 32 seconds, he decides to bring the bishop over here, and we decide to take the pawn. Let's see what it does. The queen under attack, so let's see what it does over here. He can bring the rook over here. That's also a nice move, but we are going to trade off the queens only. Let's see what he does over here. Okay, he trades. We trade it back. 4 minutes 15 seconds on the clock, and let's see how black responds. He plays rook f2 e8. Maybe he can try pushing the pawn forward. That's going to be very aggressive. So we play knight f3. If he push it forward, then we can take it back, because we are having two knights attacking towards this pawn. This square. Knight comes to d7, and means he is also making some space for this. Uh, we cannot castle, so we play rook d1. We are attacking this bishop. Let's see what it does over here. 4 minutes on the clock, and let's see how he responds in this position. So 3 minutes 50 seconds on the clock for black, and black is thinking over here. Guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, then you may like the live stream, and if you want to challenge against me, you can send me the challenges. If you are a new viewer, I expect that you subscribe my channel. Okay, so here comes e5. We play the knight. We play knight f5. If this is the response, we can bring this knight over here. We play knight f5. The main response is that we can play. Okay, knight comes to d6. We are attacking the rook, and for that only I did this. We play b5. That's only possible. Let's see what it does. No. Oh shit. Okay, we take it. Rook takes. We take it, attacking this, and he will take this first. We eliminate this. He take this. Black's turn. Black is having 3 minutes 13 seconds on the clock. Okay, so now first of all let's castle, and let's see what he plays over here. Okay, he resigns the game. So guys, if you have any challenges, you can send me challenges. All the challenges are allowed, and if you are liking the live stream, then you will like the live stream, and if you want to play against me, you can send me challenges. So we begin with the poke defense, that is with d6. We play knight f6. We are attacking the pawn at the center. We play c5. Further, we bring the knight over here, and then we play x5. We bring the queen out. Let's see what it does now. White's turn, and white is thinking over here. Let's see how white responds in this position. He plays a4, we play a6, and it is okay. So bishop goes back. We play knight over here. He can begin with this f4. Let's see what it does. The knight over here has the very aggressive response for this is that we can play c4. We can make the open diagonal for this, and at the same time we can attack the bishop. That's why we played knight to d5, and at the same time we are developing the bishop also. Yeah, so here are three main reasons for this. So we can consider knight d5 as a better response. We play a5, we play the queen back to c7. We are not going to take risk. Okay, and then we begin with the move. Okay, so first we play b5. If we do end person, we can also take it back. Okay, he do end person, we take it back. Knight can come over here. That is also possible. Knight can come and can attack this. He plays knight f3. Okay. So here we decide to, in this position we don't trade. Instead we try playing knight d7. If we will capture, we will capture back. Let's see what he does now. His turn. He played knight over here. I can play this. Then knight can come over here. So first we play c4. And the open diagonal attacking towards the pawn at f2. He decided to castle maintain the king's safety, and further we decide to play g6. We can bring out our bishop, attack the knight. That's the main plan. Let's see what he responds in this position. 3 minutes 40 seconds on the clock. He decided to play king x1. The main reason is that this pin. Bishop x6. We are attacking the knight. Okay, he plays f4. Now should I play this? Knight to g4. If we take, I will take. He will take, I will take this. Rook check, and I guess that's the mate. Yes, but he plays x4. We will eliminate this. He will eliminate for this. Yeah, come on. Okay, so in this position we play knight to e5 on the board. And let's see what he does over here. He is thinking for a while, having 3 minutes 16 seconds on the clock. He plays knight a4. We play this check. King can come over here. Oh, rook sacrifice. Wow. Let's take it. Let's see what it does. We are attacking this pawn. The main reason that everyone should know. Let's see what it does over here. The rook comes over here. Oh, so if I take this, then he can take this. Okay. Now, oh my god. Oh my god. Queen takes g2. Mouse slip. Come on. Okay, so I resigned the game. It was a mouse slip. Alright, so t4 on the board. We play knight f6. We bring d5 and further the bishop to g4. Okay, so x3 attacking the bishop. We eliminate this bishop. The knight is eliminated. He eliminates back. We play knight to d7. Let's see what he does over here. It is okay. Bishop comes to d3. We play e6 on the board. We play c6. The bishop comes out to d6. Let's see what it does now. We decide to take the pawn. Knight takes back. We take this back. Further queen takes, and we play knight over here, attacking the queen. So queen can come there. We further decide to castle, maintaining the king's safety. We play rook c8, and then we play bishop back to e7. White's turn. He plays bishop c2. Okay, so the main plan is queen can come over here and can threaten the mate in one. We play x6 on the board. Let's see what he does over here. He plays the bishop back to x4. We play the queen over here. Queen to d5. He can bring the queen over here and is threatening the mate in one. We play g6 and all the mates are now over. So let's see what he does. It is his turn, and let's see how he responds in this position. 4 minutes 18 seconds on the clock, and he is thinking for a while. Alright, so guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, you may like the live stream, and we may continue playing against each other if you want to play against me. Rook comes over here. King comes to g7. Rook comes over here. We play the queen to d6. Why the rook is coming over here? Just to attack the queen? Okay, let's see what he does. Maybe some plan that we can. Okay, let's see what he does over here. 3 minutes 52 seconds on the clock for white, and he is thinking for a while. Let's see how he responds in this position. Okay, so it is his turn, and he is thinking for a while. 3 minutes 40 seconds on the clock. He plays g4. Push the pawn power. Bishop over there. Very aggressive. Bishop can come over there. We have to play queen back. Otherwise, that's going to be a trouble. Let's see what he does over here. 3 minutes 20 seconds. He's so over here. So over here, Rook takes on g5 check. We play king x6 check. I mean king x6. We are attacking this. Let's see what he does over here. Queen or head. King can come. Queen takes. King can come. I mean, let's see what is happening. 3 minutes 5 seconds on the clock, and let's see how he responds in this position. King comes to f4. Let's see what he does over here. King comes to f4, and it is 2 minutes 58 seconds on the clock for white. Let's see how white responds. He plays rook e1, and we begin rook to h8. Okay, queen is this is the move we play, and that's the mate. No, yes. King f4. Once again, this check. I mean, we are forced to bring king over there. Queen takes on this. Is the threat. Rook comes over here, king check, and once again, king comes to f4. King comes to f4. Let's see what white responds. There is an easy mid track. Queen takes on f7 and attacking this. That's going to be aggressive, right? Let's see what it does over here. Okay, so 2 minutes 7 seconds on the clock, and he is thinking for a while. White's turn. Let's see how white responds in this position. 1 minute 55 seconds on the clock, and he is thinking once again. Okay, so let's see what he responds with. Alright, so 1 minute 40 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking over here. There was an easy mate trick. Look over here, we will play the king over there, queen may take this and give up the checkmate. That's the plan. But oh, now I guess if you try rook e3, then that will be a 3-4 repetition. That's why he is not playing rook e3. Check. He play. Okay. In this position, I will be forced to bring the king over there. Queen may take it, and I will be forced to give up the queen first, and I will lose the game also. But white missed that. Well, over here. Okay, so here's the challenge, and we play e4. Black's turn. Sicilian defense. Okay, knight comes to f3. Okay, this is rapid. We place d4 on the board. Let's see what he responds with. Now this is d4 on the board. We are attacking towards the center. Black is thinking for a while. Black plays b6. We decide to push the pawn forward, attacking the knight. Once again, black's turn. Black is thinking for a while. Let's see how black responds in this position. 9 minutes, and he is thinking for a while over here. The knight is already under attack, so we can consider the knight to go back, or knight can come to h5. Okay, so black's turn. Black plays the knight to a5, and we begin with bishop to b5, for we are not allowed to play this. But he may try playing e6. Yeah, e6 is also not a very nice response. We'll take it. He will take this. He cannot take from this, otherwise. So he will take this. Let's see what he does. This is black to play. Black takes back. We play the knight over here. We are linking the queen over here further. That is going to create a vulnerable position for black. Let's see what he does over here. It is black to play, and black is thinking for a while. Guys, if you have any challenges, you may send me challenges, and if you are enjoying the live stream, you may like the live stream. 8 minutes 54 seconds on the clock, and black is thinking for a while. So knight f6. Okay, we bring the bishop out. We can take this. That's the mid plan. Bishop comes to g5. Let's see what it does over here. Black is thinking for a while. Hmm. So 8 minutes 30 seconds on the clock. He may begin with bishop. Hmm. Alright, so black cannot play this due to the pin. He begins with bishop e7. We decide to take this. He will take it back, or maybe he have some other opinions. He takes back. We play queen x5 check. If king comes over here, queen over there, king over there, that's going to be very aggressive. So maybe he not allow us to do this. He plays g6. We'll take this. He can tilt this back. Let's see what he does. He takes this back. We will be taking this back. King check. King will come over here, and we will take the castling ability, and we try attacking towards the pawn. The bishop attacking towards this is also very aggressive, so we have to develop the knight or play c3 for defending this. Let's see what he does over here. He is thinking for a while. Okay, so in this position he is taking time. If he will take, we will take back. King can come over here, any of the position. He plays rook g8. Okay. We begin with knight e5 check. If king comes over here, then queen to f7 and that's the mate. So king will come over here. That's only possible. Or maybe he can have something else in his mind. Let's see what he is thinking. 7 minutes 4 seconds on the clock for black. Let's see how he responds in this position. Okay. So he is thinking for a while. Yes, you can send me the challenges. I can play against you. Just send me the challenges to the ID that have been highlighted. Okay. Now let's see what he plays. Black's turn. 6 minutes 34 seconds on the clock. He plays rook g8 and we'll take this. Let's see what black plays. Black may take this back or something else. Black is thinking for a while and he is thinking. Let's see how he responds in this position. So So x takes on g6 and we'll begin with queen takes in terms this and queen takes g6 check. King may come anywhere, that's his choice. Let's see what he plays. Black's turn and yeah, queen g6 check, that's what I played over here. We play f4, we are trying to play e5 attacking this bishop. Let's see what he plays over here. 5 minutes 53 seconds on the clock for black and he's thinking for a while. 5 minutes 46 seconds on the clock for black. He takes. Okay. We play x4. He takes this. Or maybe he is thinking for a while. My main plan is to push this pawn forward and promote to new queen. Because that will be automatically a game over. If we take this, I will play c3 and block this bishop diagonal. And further I will continue pushing the pawn. Queen h6 check. If bishop x7. Bishop x7. Bishop x7. The variation is wrong. Well, let's see what he plays. Okay, so it is his turn. He may decide to take the rook. He takes, then I play c3. g7. g7 means, oh, bishop g7. Okay, you are saying, okay, so first of all we play c3. We have blocked the diagonal, and then we'll continue pushing the pawn forward. Let's see what he plays. Hmm. 4 minutes 34 seconds on the clock, and black is thinking over here. Let's see how black responds in this position. Okay, so he decided to play a6. We'll give up the bishop, and we'll continue pushing the pawn forward. Let's see what he plays. He may also take this, or maybe he can make some plan for defending this. Okay, so we push the pawn forward. Hmm. Now let's see what he does. Two step left for promotion. He may bring the king over there. Hmm. That's possible. Let's see what he does over here. Hmm. So 3 minutes 56 seconds on the clock for black, and he's thinking for a while. I guess giving check like this. Queen to, okay, so he plays king e7. We play e5, and then we will bring with this check. King comes there, we bring this, and this will be controlling these squares. This means the king will be trapped there. He takes this, let him take. King f, queen f6 check. King is forced to go to e8. Let's see what he does. 3 minutes 30 seconds on the clock. Queen g7. Squares are under control. We may start pushing the pawn forward and promote to a new queen, creating a checkmate trap. Let's see what he does over here. He is thinking for a while, having 3 minutes 15 seconds on the clock. And let's see how black responds in this position. 3 minutes 10 seconds on the clock. Hmm. So this is a very nice response. Hmm. Okay, let's push it. If bishop takes, then rook will take it, and once again that will be a mate. Now two times mate is possible. Either queen to come over here, that's the mate, or rook over there, that's the mate. So the game is an easy win. Well, now you say how he can defend the checkmate. Defending the, he plays knight over there. Okay, so listen to game. Queen f7 checkmate. Alright, so guys, if you have any challenges, you can check the challenges now. So if you have any challenges, you can send me challenges now. Hmm. So here comes another challenge. Uh, Guys, if you have any challenges, you can send me challenges if you want to play against me. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. So good game played by black. If you have any challenges, you can send me challenges. Alright. So we begin with e4. Here goes the game. So guys, if you have any challenges, you can send me challenges if you have to play against me. Okay, so here comes the challenge. Yes. We begin with e4 on the board. the king's pawn opening. We begin with knight f3. Let's see what he plays. He plays the bishop to c5. We take the pawn. Black's turn. He plays the queen h4, threatening the maiden one. So we play knight to t3 for removing the threat. He plays. Let's see what he plays. Okay. We bring the queen out. And let's see what he does over here. We play knight over here. Depending this. Let's see what he does over here. This is black to play, and black decides to play castling. Okay, we play bishop e2. We are also preparing to castle further. Let's see what he does over here. 4 minutes 36 seconds on the clock. He plays d5. We eliminate this. And black's turn. Black is, let's see what black plays over here. He plays the bishop g4. We play queen g3, offering a queen trade. Let's see what he does over here. We'll take this back, and 4 minutes 28 seconds on the clock for black. He decides to eliminate the bishop. We also take this back. And this is black's turn. He decides to play knight over here. We'll not castle. So over here we decide to play a4 for the bishop trap. The bishop cannot take due to his knight. We play a5 and the bishop is gone. Okay. Now let's see what he decides to play over here. It is okay. So he plays this over there. We play b4. If he plays this over here, yeah, bishop can make his way back. That is possible. Okay, bishop comes to d6. We play c4. We can begin with c5. He plays b6, and we further decide to take this. His turn. He also takes it back. We play bishop to b2. Let's see what he plays over here. 3 minutes 50 seconds on the clock. He plays knight d7. We decide to castle, maintaining the king's safety. And 3 minutes 45 seconds on the clock. He plays f5 on the board. We play knight to f4. Let's see what he does over here. He decides to take this, attacking the rook. So we play rook to d1. Knight may go back to e4 maybe. He takes this. We take it back. We are attacking the knight. So he takes the pawn. We decide to play bishop to d4. Let's see what he plays over here. He is thinking for a while. He plays the knight to d6. We'll begin with knight e5, offering a trade. Let's see what he does. He may also trade the pieces, or maybe he can decline the trade. That's his choice. He declines the trade by playing knight f6. We play g3, and this is black's turn. 3 minutes 19 seconds on the clock. We decide to take it. We take the bishop back. We are attacking both the knights. So let's see what it is. He plays knight f6. We take the knight, and this is black to play. 3 minutes 12 seconds on the clock. Rook comes to c8. And further we decide to play knight to d7, attacking the knight. So let's see what he does. He may take it, or let's see. He plays knight e4. We play what we can play. Okay, so we decide to play rook d5. We are attacking the pawn. That's the main reason. The bishop over here was a threat. Well, let's see what he does over here. He is thinking for a while. Okay, so rook comes to d8. We decide to double up the rooks. And this is black to play. Black is thinking over here. 2 minutes 46 seconds on the clock, and let's see how he responds in this position. He plays the king to h8. We decide to to play knight f6. If he takes, we can take this from the knight. Let's see what he does. Okay, he takes it. We also decide to take it back. Let's see what he does over here. This is black's turn, and black is thinking over here. He plays knight d6. We play rook c1. He plays x6. We play rook over there for this threat that you all can see. He plays rook over there. Now I am thinking for this knight over here. Knight comes there. He takes. We'll take back, and that's going to be a very nice checkmate trap. So we play knight h6. Let's see what it does over here. It is black to play 2 minutes 5 seconds on the clock, and he is thinking for a while. Let's see what it does. 1 minute 40. Okay, he plays rook f8. We play knight h5. This time we are adding one more attacker to this. Let's see what it is. He plays knight f7. We take this from the knight. Once again the bishop over there. He plays king g8. We decide to take this. Let's see what it does now. We are attacking this pawn, and we will take this pawn actually. Because okay, we bring the knight over here. He will take. We will bring the rook over there, and that's very aggressive. We play this. King comes to there, and now we eliminate this. King comes over here. Once again a check. Uh, Another check. This time we take this, attacking the knight. Let's see what he does now. So this is black to play. We are already having a lot of pawns that we can use to push and form a new queen. Here we begin with rook to g6 giving check. So the king comes to x7, that's the first move. We play rook g7 giving check. The king king comes to x6. We begin with f5 for we can play the rook over here. Let's see what he does over here. This is okay. He plays x4. We begin with rook g6 giving check. Blue is avoiding. That's true. I have played chess for enjoying, not for doing checkmates. Okay. We play bishop g7. Bishop comes to g7. We are attacking the rook. Let's see what it does. Alright. Bishop comes to g7. We are attacking this rook. And so let's take it. He take it, we take it back. He take it, we take this back. And now we are having 3 pawns. Okay. If I push, he take. I push, he bring. I push. Okay. Let's start pushing. Pushing g4 the mate. G4 the mate. Over here, g4. The knight can also take it, right? Knight can take it. Therefore, no checkmate. So we decide to push it and promote to a new queen. And I am having 34 seconds. My opponent is having 37 seconds. Means both are long time. Queen g3. Let's see what he plays. Okay, we play queen g5 check before the knight went there. Okay, wait, I will analyze this. I am having low time, so it's not time to analyze positions. Queen x6 check, and that's the mate. Okay. Well, now you are talking about before the knight went there. Well, Hmm. So before the knight went there, you are talking about playing g4. Yes, that was a mate. Yeah, true. That was a mate. Hmm. Alright, so guys, if you want, you can play against me. Send me the challenges. That's all you have to do. Hmm. Okay. So here comes another challenge. Hmm. Alright, e4 on the board, and we decide to play c6. Let's see what it does now. We play t5. Hmm. We are attacking towards the center. We take this pawn, attacking this. Yes. Thank you, rumbling pin. Okay. Enjoy the bedtime. e6 on the board. We play bishop e7. Hmm. We decide to castle, maintain the king safety, because king safety is also very important. Hmm. We play x6 on the board. We are attacking the knight. Let's see what he does. He plays x4. Hmm. Same to you. We take this. He will take this. Hmm. Nice. Okay, knight d5. Let's see what he does over here. Hmm. All right. Knight at the center. Let's see what it does over here. So he decides to play knight x7. We play rook e8, and the knight is trapped over there. I would have played a5. Take space on the queen side. a5. Yes. Hmm. Actually, okay, you are talking about my side. a5. Now he has sacrificed the bishop. Okay, let's take it. I want to know why he is sacrificing a lot of pieces. What's the reason behind it? That I cannot see. Hmm. So here comes. Oh, not a mate, right? Let's see what it does. Knight goes back over there. Knight go over there. Possible. Oh. Alright, let's see what it does. 4 minutes 7 seconds on the clock, and he's thinking for a while. Let's see how he responds. Central knight is fine, but that's just what I have. Hmm. Okay. I hope you will be available on the next stream. Alright. We'll take this. Now if I take it, he will take this easy. So of course, I mean, am I losing? E4 is at E4. E4 can't possibly. Anyways, we if I play rook over there, then rook will come over here. Yeah, e5. E5 will be a discovered attack. But right now you can observe my position over here. It is going to be a very troublesome position. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, rook g8 on the board. Let's see what it does over here. Okay, so here we begin with e4. Black's turn, and black is having 4 minutes 45 seconds. He opposed the king. We begin with g6, bishop g7, knight f6, castling, d6, c5, and knight c6. Well, now let's see what white begins with. He begins with castling. We decide to take the center, and white's turn. He will also take it back, or maybe something else. Let's see what he does. Hmm. Okay, so he decides to take it. We play the bishop out to g4, and let's see what he does. 4 minutes 45 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds. Okay, so we decide to take this. Hmm. White's turn. White takes knight takes on e2. We play knight e7. Hmm. Okay. Rumbling Queen. Just send me the chess.com ID. Is that you? This Rumbling Queen. Okay, bishop comes to e3. We play f5. Let's see. Hmm. Alright, so 4 minutes 18 seconds on the clock. He plays a3. We play a5. Let's see how he responds in this position. Alright, so b4, we decide to take it. Let's see what it does. We'll decide to take this and further the pawn. Now let's see what it does. Hmm. So it is white to play. Let's see how white responds in this position. I did not see. Maybe. Okay. So queen to c7. Alright, so bishop, and we take this. He takes this back. We play queen d6. We are attacking this pawn. Let's see what it does over here. We can also push this pawn forward and can attack the queen. He plays queen a2. We play knight to c5. Okay, so this is your idea. Alright. We decide to take it. The threat is coming. d6 check. Maybe. Let's see what it does over here. Rook comes to d1 and we play queen d6. We are not allowing the pawn to be pushed forward. Let's see what it does now. Okay, so 3 minutes 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds in this position. Knight c3. We play e4. We play knight b5. We play queen c5. Hmm. King h8. Hmm. Alright, now let's see what he does. White's turn. White is thinking over here. Have 3 minutes 14 seconds. Let's see how he responds in this position. He plays rook to d5, and further we decide to play queen c1, giving check. So this is king comes. Let's see what it does over here. 2 minutes 57 seconds on the clock, and hmm, king g2, and over here we decide to push the pawn. Let's see what it does over here. White is thinking over here, having 3 minutes 1 second on the clock. Hmm. Okay, he decided to play t7. We decide to take it to promote to a new queen. That's right. Thank you, Rumpling Queen, for subscribing to the channel. Hmm. We play rook d8. Let's see what it does. He can begin with queen b6, putting pressure towards my rook. Hmm. So let's see what it does. 2 minutes 41 seconds on the clock. Knight comes to d6. We eliminate this pawn. We eliminate this. Rook over there, check. We play rook f8. Bishop takes on f8. And finally, we begin with some checks. Hmm. We decide to push the pawn forward. If we take from the queen, we will play the bishop over here. And that's the game over. So white is thinking over here. Let's see how white responds in this position. And white resigns the game. Alright, guys, if you have any challenges, you can, yeah, here's a challenge. Rakuvira. Oh. Okay, so we decide to play d4. We play c4 and then b4. Let's see what it does. Bishop f6. Bishop f6. Hmm. Okay, let's see what it does. 4 minutes and we play e3. Let's see what he plays now. 4 minutes 46 seconds on the clock for black. Here we decide to play bishop e2. We are preparing for castling the next move. Let's see what he does over here. He decided to trade. We play knight takes on the bishop. He takes back. He plays d5. We decide to take it, and this is black to play. Black may also take this back. Let's see what he does. He takes back from the bishop. We take b castle, meeting the king safety. Let's see what he plays over here. He plays knight b to d7. We begin with bishop c4, attacking towards the bishop at the center. Let's see how black responds in this position. So bishop f6, bishop f6, bishop f6 over here. Where's the bishop f6? Bishop takes on the central bishop. We play e4. The knight under attack. The knight goes back there, and we push. We play e5, attacking the knight. Let's see what black plays over here. Knight comes over here. We eliminate this. Hmm. Let's see what he does over here. He decides to take this. We play rook to c1, and this is for the black's turn, having 4 minutes 19 seconds on the clock. So he plays rook a to c8. We offer a rook trade. Let's see what he does. We offer a knight trade. Yeah, we take it. Now once again a rook trade. We also accept the rook trade. Let's see what he plays over here. 4 minutes 10 seconds on the clock for black, and he's thinking over here. Let's see how he responds in this position. So he decides to play the move knight to f4, and we decide to play queen a queen to e3. We are attacking the knight. Okay, let's see what it does. Knight may go back to the center. Yeah, and we play queen e4. Queen comes to e4, and this is black to play. Black plays x6 on the side to play rook to d1. He may play knight over there and create a nasty poke, deteriorating my position. Let's see what black plays over here. Hmm. Hmm. So we no rook come over here. That's not possible. Right. Now rook come over here. Let's see what it does over here. 3 minutes 37 seconds on the clock, and black is thinking. Black takes the rook to d8. We decide to play queen e2, and this is position. In this position, black is doing very well. He is having more pieces than me, so it will be easy for black to win the game. But let's see how he handles the position. So here he decided to play queen b4. We decide to play g3. We are making some way and blocking off the checkmate. Let's see how black responds in this position. So black is thinking for a while, having 3 minutes 11 seconds on the clock, and he decide to take the pawn. Okay, we decide to play the queen to p2. Queen comes to p2. The This is black to play. Let's see how black responds in this position. 3 minutes on the clock. Let's see how he, let's see how black responds in this position. Black is thinking. Black plays the queen to d1 check. We play king g2, defending the knight. And let's see how he responds in this position. Hmm. Okay, so he decided to play g5, and further we play queen to p4. Let's see what he does over here. So black is having 2 minutes 35 seconds on the clock, and he is deciding for the move. So let's see what black plays over here. Okay, so guys, if you have any challenges, you can play against me. Just send me challenges, that's all. Okay, so okay, so alright. So guys, if you have any challenges, you can play against me.